Doles.
Hello.
Huge news.
I'm getting a LASIK consultation. When you hear this, I'll have already gotten it. Maybe I'll have already even been LASIKed in 2 weeks.
Maybe.
God
oh my God,
willing.
I'm excited for you. I hope they give you the yes.
I think they will.
The green light, and then you're just in and out, and then you're in a place of seeing.
The eye doctor who checked me last week thought I was a candidate.
You're a great candidate for a sarcopod.
Oh my God. No, I'm truly like, I don't want to get to that point where I'm so vision impaired that
You only can pod.
But I hope it just would be nice to finish out the year not needing to order contacts anymore from Utah.
That'd be huge.
I've been wearing glasses since I was in 5th grade. Like, I've spent majority of my life with impaired vision. Like deep, like
You're blind as a bat.
-7, -6. Like it's pretty bad.
You're literally like, my glasses.
Yeah, I'm like Macaulay Culkin and My Girl. He can't see without his glasses.
No, you need
literally me.
You need LASIK.
Yeah.
This is gonna open up a whole new world for you.
I want to be Jessica Simpson with those.
You're Miranda.
In the shadow. Miranda?
Miranda gets LASIK in an episode of Sex and the City.
Oh yeah. This time of year always reminds me of that episode where it's the 9/11 episode, but it's all about like fall and seasons, and Carrie's walking around and she sees a CGI leaf. Moon River.
Fleet Week?
Maybe.
Wasn't that Fleet Week?
Where he's like, what's the big deal about New York? And she's like, everything.
Well, she goes like,
I'm married to New York.
don't talk shit about my boyfriend. And New York was like her boyfriend.
Yeah.
She struts off alone. She was like gonna fuck the guy, but then she's like, no.
She took his hat and went, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, you're about to enter your Miranda era. I'm excited for you.
Miranda did a lot to better herself. Didn't she get braces?
Only for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
she didn't get them. But I think Invisalign was around during that time, so I don't know why she had to go the braces
Because
route.
she's Miranda and she has to make everything harder for herself.
Yeah, that's exciting.
We'll see.
We'll see.
What if when I get LASIK, I see like ghosts in my vision?
That'd be sad. I'd be sad for you.
Like that Jessica Alba movie. She gets new eyes. She gets like an eye transplant and then she sees.
And then she's seen dead people. I hope that doesn't happen to you. But if it does, I would encourage you to write about it.
Or like use it for the pod.
Yeah. Use it to your advantage. I would urge you to even just find a way to monetize that.
Yeah.
Because you have an edge. Speaking of edge, the edge of the world, Atlanta chemical explosion.
Just when things can't get any worse in the Southeast with everything happening. Also, any readers, I hope you're all okay with the hurricane.
Yeah. I don't know if we have a lot of readers in that area.
Well, just in case.
But wishing them love and
well.
light, wishing them well.
There was a shelter-in-place advisory yesterday after a biolab in Conyers, Georgia, in Rockland County had an explosion yesterday. And there was a big fire. Very East Palestine-esque. Huge plumes with like red smoke, so you knew it was bad. Broad daylight. And then there was an alert sent to people's phones saying shelter in place immediately. Don't use your ACs.
Oh, fuck.
Right?
Damn it.
Then this morning, which when you hear this, it's probably going to be like a little while past, but there was a haze over the Atlanta surrounding areas and in the city, according to pictures and news. So they're thinking it's a chlorine gas. A sprinkler head malfunctions causing a mixture with a water reactive chemical was ignited and put out into the ether.
Atmosphere.
The resulting release of chemical gas prompted a shelter in place for the entire county, population 93,570 people. Mandatory evacuation orders for residents near the plant. Cool. Officials did not confirm the chemical involved in the release Sunday, but the county said air quality surveys conducted by the Environmental Protection Division and the EPA detected chlorine. Great. For everyone sheltering in place, the best practice is to turn the air conditioning off and keep windows and doors shut. I imagine it's probably a little still hot in the area, so that's fun.
It's hell.
Literally everything about this is hell. Don't use your ACs for the next year.
They're like, just shut yourself into your cave-like house. Don't go outside and wait for us to tell you what to do.
Ooh, Clorox branded pool cleaning products are made there. Acute exposure to chlorine gas initially causes coughing, eye and nose irritation, lacrimation, and a burning sensation in the chest. Airway constriction and non-cardiogenic pulmonary edema may occur. Cool. Edema is terrible. Isn't edema what happens when you're at like high altitudes? Like on the mountain climbing?
Isn't edema swelling?
It happens in like EDEMA.
It's swelling caused by too much fluid trapped in the body's tissues. So sometimes if you get like a really swollen leg or like a swollen ankle.
Oof.
Yeah.
So this isn't good.
That's like when Kim Kardashian walked around in those PVC shoes and she was pregnant, she was kind of having an edema.
Right.
But not like so horrible. Some edemas are worse than other. Water aggravates the chemicals, so the firefighters, it's just not good. I think why anyone would want to live near a plant is questionable, but some people have to live near a plant.
It just they shouldn't have to worry about this. Like this is literally.
But I think if you're near a plant or like a factory, you basically, they tell you like, don't worry, it's cool. But meanwhile, like you're living that plant life. And probably
True.
The houses are cheaper near a plant or a factory. Anywhere where like chemicals are, the housing is probably noticeably cheaper.
When asked if Hurricane Helene and its aftermath may have helped spark the fire, the fire chief said it was too early to tell.
I don't love it.
What's happened? Do we have eyes on Ohio and East Palestine?
No, everyone's just kind of like left them.
Everyone went.
They're like, you're going to be probably not fine, but we don't want to think about it anymore because it's too depressing. Much like every city that like still has like contaminated water and just like lives off of bottled water.
They said.
They're like, love you. You had your 15 minutes, but people are really bummed out by your journey. So we're going to talk about something else.
They said, bye.
Good luck.
It's a great.
Good luck, girl.
Great state of things in the nation.
I know.
Well, we hope that gets solved and people are okay.
Yeah. Probably won't, and they probably won't be.
But we can say.
There's like a bunch of edemas.
That said, we'd love to do a show in Atlanta. We'll go. I'm going to go like Lady Gaga style. Like I'm going to go look for evidence and try to help people.
Wear a hazmat suit.
I will.
You want to do a show in Conyers, Georgia?
Just in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. There's pre-sex drama, our favorite kind of sex drama.
Consensual adult sex drama. British clergyman 69 dies during night of drug-fueled sex with Belgian priest 60, who was then arrested after cops find ecstasy in his Antwerp rectory. This is the most Mad Libs, like, Daily Mail-ass statement I've ever heard.
So a British clergyman died after sucking and fucking on drugs all night with a Belgian priest. I bet do we have pictures of these guys?
I bet they had hot sex.
Do you think they're hot or not? Just before we see pictures.
I'm going to say they're not.
I'm going to say they might be kind of hot.
Okay.
No, that's a different guy.
Wait, can we go back up to that one headline? This one other headline that just popped up. Vicar, 78, took meth, heroin, and ketamine for years to help him relate to followers. So
is this the Frogacine behavior that the Pope was talking about? This is classically Frogacino.
At a rectory in Kalmthout, north of Antwerp, on Thursday, after taking ecstasy and poppers together and having sex, the British priest suddenly fell unwell. Well, I'll say. Shortly after midnight, his Belgian colleague, the guy he's fucking, identified only as Pastor B, called the emergency services who could not resuscitate his companion. The sudden arrest of the pastor visiting colleagues as the Pope traveled through Belgium, O.C.U.N.T.S, has left the small parish of Heide in shock. This house of sin.
Damn, you just
RIP.
never know what people are up to behind closed doors. You might see this house from the street and think like, oh, gorgeous little clergyman lives there. Meanwhile,
he's getting poppered up.
Going, I feel the rush, addicted to your touch.
Look at this. Wow. Damn.
Oh, I got a headache even looking at those poppers bottles.
It appears this is a quote from the prosecutor's office. For some reason, hearing poppers used by like an official is funny to me.
It is funny.
It appears that the two men had used ecstasy and poppers together and had sex.
Two ecstasy pills were also found.
Traces of narcotics were found in the victim's body.
Damn, shout out to Pastor B. And
he went out doing it hard, you know. He was getting his. At least they were doing it with adults, right?
Yeah.
The bar is in the center of the earth with the Catholic Church. So this is kind of honestly like the best case scenario. Mm-hmm. 260-something Frogachines.
They died doing what they loved.
Taking poppers.
Taking a dick in the ass, high on ecstasy and poppers. Worst ways to go out.
Damn.
Trafficking in narcotics.
What?
Now the priest is in trouble.
Okay.
Let him be. That's sad for him. This is gay trauma.
Why are... Okay.
The man had reportedly been visiting colleagues to coincide. I'll bet when the Pope visits a country, the level of grinder activity skyrockets.
With his like posse of dignitary priests that come with him, his emissaries. Mm-hmm. Yeah. King Philippe.
I wonder...
Do you think they were listening to Troye Sivan? Like on loop?
Maybe. That's like a pretty, like, you're like partying. You're like a party gay.
When you're doing poppers and E together?
And fucking?
Yeah.
Like, this ain't your first rodeo kind of gayness.
Who among us hasn't?
I know, but I'm like, they might listen to Sup.
Pastor B, if you're a subhead.
God, shout out to Pastor B, a subhead if there ever were one.
Wow.
Gone too soon. I hate it when we lose a listener.
Wait, so he's now being charged for, like, he's being blamed? I'm like, this is sorry, but this is what, when you're, sometimes gay men just be
dropping dead.
Taking poppers and MDMA. It's not anyone's fault.
He was 69. Damn.
It's a good age.
Yeah, the Belgian priest is in trouble.
Well, I guess there might be things we don't know, so I'll save until there's more info, but it feels a little, I'm going to just say it's a little homophobic.
Yeah.
Pope said, take him out. Think the
Pope
Pope
said,
has ever...
stop being messy bitches and dying.
Stop taking poppers. I feel like I was at the club this weekend in Austin, the gay club, and there were lots of gays doing poppers on the dance floor. Mm-hmm. And someone I was with said, all the straights are doing poppers now. And I was like, whoa.
I think the straights, yeah, I don't know. I'm just out of my poppers era, so I'm not like clued in to who's using, who's not.
I would like to see one of the housewives do poppers. They've definitely done poppers.
Definitely.
Vicky's done poppers.
I don't know.
She went.
I could see her accidentally. Kelly Dodd's for sure done poppers.
Vicky going, what is this?
What is that? I want to sniff.
I want to sniff of it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh.
I could see Shannon doing poppers.
Yeah. God damn it! Let me just have a sniff of that. Oh.
She falls ass over face.
Lexi, think Fun Lexi's done poppers?
If she was truly fun Lexi, she would, but she's the kind of fun Lexi who's not actually a fun Lexi.
Gina and Emily, I think maybe.
Maybe.
Tamra? Maybe.
I don't know, maybe.
Katie, no.
I was like, who's Katie? No, I
Heather.
remember. Heather.
We never know
never
with
say
her.
never because she was like, I think she's done them once.
She was like a New York actor.
Yeah.
She had a
She's
moment.
a hot young thing.
She's a girl from New York.
Mm-hmm. She's in with the gays. Yeah.
That's how I'm just imagining the pastors Frogachin just having the time of their life in Antwerp. Watch their like horrific pedophiles, and I'm just like, go off, queen, like get yours, like having MDMA.
I have to see the pronunciation of this
Frogachin.
Italian slur because it's not Frogachin, unfortunately.
Frogacian.
Frocianini.
I love his colleague.
They can't even be real and say like his lover,
Simon's my colleague.
your coworker.
It's very like, it's kind of like coded language, like longtime companion or like roommate. My Aunt Sissy had a roommate, Ruth.
Frociaggine.
Frociaggine Antwerp.
The Frociaggine co-workers.
Wow.
Damn.
Well,
R.I.P. to Pastor B, and
His
I hope
colleague?
the Belgian colleague doesn't have to get in that much trouble, but probably will.
yeah.
That's how it goes sometimes.
A Montana man was sentenced for illegally cloning sheep.
Unthinkable crime on sheep? Just cloning?
Arthur, quote, Jack Schubert of Vaughan, 81, used sperm imported from Kyrgyzstan to create a gigantic Marco Polo sheep he called the Montana Mountain King. This is literally the scariest thing I've ever heard.
No, this is literally what was the sheep movie with Noomi Rapace? And
Like, babe.
yeah, it was like,
Barang. Have you ever seen the Jessie Nelson from Little Mix when they were like doing a Jamaican accent and she didn't know what to do? They asked and she went, Barang. The decade-long attempt to clone. What was it? You were obsessed with it. You saw it and were like, this is my life.
no, I was like, this is me. I
was
want
called, like,
one.
Hoof.
It was called like Little Beast or something like that.
Little friend. It's about Icelandic.
What was the movie about the sheep baby? The sheep hybrid baby.
I hated it.
Lamb.
Lamb.
Yes, this is Lamb.
I just remember the little raincoat, right?
One human hand, one lamb hand. So
Ew,
cute.
I hate it.
But this is the mountain. Look, here's spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Lamb by now, it's
Oh my
too
God.
late. That was what this mountain man's cloning.
Wait, this is fucked up.
Oh, Lamb is fucked up. I will never see it again.
He was trying to like conjure a demon.
Look at that little lamb.
No, but that little lamb is evil.
No, the lamb is a good lamb.
No.
Well, I saw it and I can attest.
But I can't.
It was taken by a bad lamb at the end, but up until then,
Spoiler!
if I said spoilers, he's a curious little lamb. He's a baby.
He's wearing his sweater.
He's Tony.
Is she nice to him?
They love him. They couldn't have kids, and then this big lamb came in and like savagely fucked like a regular lamb. You never see it happen, but then the regular lamb gives birth to the little lamb chop, and then they take it as their own baby, and they're raising it, and they love it. It's their son.
Is it a
And then they're
daemon?
driving, and then one day the big lamb comes and collects lamb, and then that's the end of the movie. It's really fucked up.
Are they sad at the end?
Well, they're dead because he killed them.
He kills the couple
He kills them, or he might have killed the husband and left the wife, but he took lamb.
with
He
blood
took baby lamb.
by force. What did he want with him?
He's his like cursed off. He's gonna raise him to be like probably the heir to his like
Demon fortune.
demon fortune.
Wow. Well, okay.
The
decade
Marco
long-
Polo sheep, the Montana Mountain King, is the villain in Lamb.
This is scary. The decade-long attempt to clone and create hybrids from the hulking sheep, which can weigh 300 pounds and have curled horns up to 5 feet long, aimed to provide sheep to be used for trophy hunts in Texas and Minnesota. So he was wanted to clone them for
Just so people
sport.
could kill them.
Look at this
That's
freak.
a very... Shubarth's attorney described his client's effort as being like Jurassic Park and told the court that cloning the enormous sheep has ruined his client's life.
I'll say. Look, he's wearing Carhartt. As any good farmer does.
What does he mean cloning? This man doesn't look like he owns a lab.
Wait, where's Kyrgyzstan? I didn't even know that.
He imported...
Ooh.
So wait, he did successfully clone?
Yeah, I guess.
He successfully cloned a Marco Polo sheep using remnants he bought from a hunter who had killed a sheep in 2019. He got a lab. How this 80-year-old man's out here getting a lab? He created cloned embryos.
Maybe he owns a lot of land and has a lot of money or something. He was using
This sperm head said, I need a lab for my demonic cloning purposes. And then he
implanted embryos in a ewe. A pure Marco Polo Argali sheep was born.
And he named him the Montana Mountain King. And then he used him to artificially impregnate other ewes. Montana Mountain King has now been confiscated by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services.
Well, what are they going to do? They're going to kill it.
The maximum punishment is 5 years in prison or a fine up to $250,000.
What is he going to do? Where are they going to put that thing?
They're probably going to put it down.
No.
Right? They have to. He did something. His attorney said Jack did something no one else could or has ever done. He is that bitch. On a ranch in a barn in Montana, he created Montana Mountain King. MMK is an extraordinary animal born of science and from a man who, if he could rewrite history, would have left the challenge of cloning a Marco Polo only to the imagination of Michael Crichton.
Okay, chill out with
I'm
He's obsessed with Jurassic Park.
Number one, I stand with Shubarth's attorney. He's earning the fee with this defense.
That's a demon. I'm sorry. I know
sheep are demonic. Some more than others. This is one of the demonic ones.
This sheep is
a curled horn.
This is Baphomet. Mm-hmm. This is like Lucifer.
Shubarth owns Sun River Enterprises, a 215-acre alternative livestock ranch.
Alternative livestock? Mountain sheep, mountain goats, and ungulates.
The animals are used for private hunting preserves where people shoot captive trophy game animals for a fee. That is crazy.
This man needs to be put to death. I
mean, I am kind of in awe of his ability
I am too,
to like just create MMK.
But instead of using it for good, he's using it to like breed for rich people's sick sport.
I don't understand what the fun of like going into a place where it's just filled with animals to kill. Like that, isn't hunting supposed to be like you hunt an animal and kill it?
I got my normal mindset clouded by my enthusiasm, he said, and looked for any gray area in the law to make the best sheep I could for the sheep industry. My family has never been broke, but we are now.
That feeling when you bet it all on Marco Polo, MMK.
People love to kill animals. This man, I'm sorry, not to be like advocating for...
You're going to say the death penalty for him?
For him, he should get like what...
He should be hunted a little bit.
He should be hunted. He should be... Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men should hunt him for the rest of his life. And bring that little that little air gun and should chase him around the country. That should be...
Like that Black Mirror episode where the girl is just like hunted over and over.
Oh God, and then paraded through the streets.
Yeah, he should be hunted a little bit. Just a little. Not hunted to death, but just hunted to scare, then brain erasure, then hunted again.
For how long? 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe just like once.
I think 5 years.
I think maybe a one hunt just to scare him and make him feel like how the sheep feel.
Maybe.
Just like get a life. Like if you're going to go kill an animal, you need to like go into the woods and track it, find it and kill it. If you're all really about that life.
Grow up.
Really.
Truly hunting, I'm like, grow up.
I get it. Like it's not for me, but I respect those who...
Laura respects the game.
I respect who your need to kill. I say, don't turn those firearms on me.
I respect like whatever, I don't know.
Some people are hunting and like getting meat, you know?
I'm not going to tell anyone how to what to do, but I just
think like if
I
you're
do
gonna
have
hunt,
disrespect for people that clone Marco Polo monster sheep to be killed. I'm imagining like
he's obsessed with semen.
he's obsessed with goat cum. He literally just like
Kyrgyzstanian goat cum.
He literally goes,
I think we need to like
oh no.
go to remote locations and just like start collecting cum of different animals and then selling it for big bucks to people like
I thought you were gonna
that.
say like saving it.
No, I'm trying to get it and get rid of it quickly.
Oh, he was pretty bold. He was posting shit on Facebook. He's such a Facebook guy. This is like a real Facebook.
This is Facebook behavior. She sold one direct offspring of MMK for $10K. That he needs to talk to Tanya from Chimp Crazy because they need to be asking way more. They're selling those chimps for like $50K.
Lesser MMK genetics. I love they're calling him MMK.
Also, this headline is a real clickbait. Sentence for unthinkable crime on sheep. Where do you think people's heads go when you say that someone has committed an unthinkable crime on sheep?
He assaulted the sheep. But also, this is pretty bad.
It's weird.
This is just like, there's a lot going on in our country. Like, at any given moment, there's someone in our country cloning Marco Polo monster sheep to get killed by rich people.
I would also argue that I don't even think it's rich people. I think it's just like people.
I'm imagining like rich people pulling up to like,
because like $400 for a big day of sheep killing isn't that much money. I'm sure there's like more expensive places to hunt.
But you put so much effort into like getting the cum from that area of the world just to, so some like person can pay $400 to kill it.
I'll bet he's not the only.
Oh no. There's a whole, I just know that like when you're laying your head in bed at night, there is a like cloned
behemoth
daemon sheep being birthed from its unwilling mother and being unleashed onto this world. And I hope one day one of these sheeps finally loosens upon the earth and destroys us.
Well, it will literally be lamb. Then we'll be living in lamb.
But we may deserve it.
I mean, he's playing God.
He's playing God, and one day God always has its last laugh. And that be in
nature
the form
wins in the end.
Of a daemon goat with giant curly horns. One day there's going to be like a 30-foot tall goat that will just wage war. Anyway, let's get into the real reason for this.
True goats.
I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy
Unique MMKs.
Goat.
O.C.U.N.T.s.
Gina.
Emily, Gina, and Tamra.
They're recapping the madness of the night before where Emily had a meltdown at Heather and Gina goes, "It's going to be a dog fight."
And then they're like remembering something that Lexi said mid-blackout where she was like crying on the floor going, "My heart hurts for Shannon. So much is going to come out tomorrow."
And Tamra went, "What happened?
What's coming out?
What's happened?"
She goes, "John has lost everything."
What did he lose?
He's lost nothing. He's gained you.
Well,
Lexi?
Yeah, and he's also just like, did he even have much to begin with?
I don't know.
We get a flashback or it flash forwards to Tamra. This is the linear of this episode was a little confusing.
It was weird. I like wasn't really including the flashbacks and flash forwards in my recap because they were confusing.
So Tamra gets a call. Tamra sees People Magazine has come out with an exclusive about the lawsuit between Shannon and Johnny J up for $75K. And Tamra's like, oh no, this is what Lexi was talking about. This is going to be so bad. This is going to break Shannon. This is going to destroy her. She goes, People Magazine is a big publication and it's reputable. I was like,
she goes, so if something's published in it, it's 90% true.
To Tamra, like, People Magazine is like
the New York Times.
Yeah, they're like the New Yorker.
Mm-hmm. That is her New Yorker.
Yeah.
The Atlantic.
Mm-hmm. So she calls Shannon to check on her. 'Cause she's like, this broad is going to be having a night.
But she's also like, cameras are on.
I'm going to get the tea.
Oh my God, you're making me yawn.
Sorry. Cut
Cameras
that out.
are on. And I've got to call Shannon while she's at her lowest low.
Yeah.
So here we go.
And she calls her and it goes right to voicemail. And then she gets a call back. And it's Shannon.
Shannon has butt dialed Tamra, and you just hear her like weeping on the other end, accusing Alexis of like getting a publicist to get the story out there.
You hear her sort of talking to like a crisis person or like someone on her team being like, oh God, this is so fucked. What am I gonna do? Oh no. And you just hear Tamra go, Shannon. And then there's a pause and the crying stops and you hear, hello? and I think she hangs up.
Then she hangs up. And Tamara's like, yes.
Got what I wanted.
Secured the bag. One more season being cast on this show. Then she immediately calls Heather.
She goes, did you saw it, right?
I was like, Tamra, you're a bad person.
Not everyone. And then Heather goes, saw what? She goes, did you see the People Mag exclusive? And Heather goes, no.
Did you see the latest article in People?
And she goes, no, I have a life. No, I'm rich and have a life.
I'm rich. When the cameras stop rolling, I literally
don't care about any of you.
Don't care about any of you. And I'm curious as to why you're even calling me right now. Heather is at the plastic surgeon's with Terry. He's going to get his septum fixed and a little nose job to boot.
I wrote, everything they say is a lie. I've had it up to here with the DeBros. I'm going to say that confidently.
You're over them.
I think they're fake.
Well, we get a glimpse into their own hetero hell in a minute, but I was thinking too, like, is his septum even bad? Or does he just want a nose job?
She says that he was snoring, so he had some kind of apnea event, but who knows?
My favorite thing was when Terry has to get like a little blood test before and he gets his finger pricked and he goes, isn't blood the most beautiful and amazing liquid? And I was like, it is.
He's such a doctor.
I'm also a bloodhead like Terry. Are you not into blood?
I'm not like, I can't look at it. I just don't like it.
I think it's like a beautiful and amazing liquid.
Cool. Well, go home and...
I'll go home and bleed. I'm going to squeeze out my tampon on something. Beautiful and amazing liquid. Liquid of the gods. Like ambrosia. Sweet nectar.
Blood.
Heather and Terry have a little spat where they're like talking about something.
He kind of gives her grief. He's like, stop being so stubborn. Like he basically is like, you're annoying me. Like, don't talk like that. And then they call them into the waiting room and you hear like a hot mic moment of Heather going, don't admonish me on camera.
Don't do that.
And he goes, do what? You admonish me. I don't want them to see that. So
I was into this. Production said,
get it.
Time's up.
They're probably a little tired of it too.
Yeah. I'm just remembering a couple seasons ago where someone accused Terry of like slamming her against the wall or something. Oh, it was Chaotic Noelle. Can't trust a word that came out of that girl's mouth.
Oh, I blocked her out.
Did you watch that
No.
season? It was great, but she was true Staub energy. But I'm ready for like, let's get the cracks in Terry and Heather's relationship showing. Just a little bit.
The producer said, I want that twink destroyed.
Mm-hmm. I want to get my valves checked.
You should.
I yearn to like see my innards on an ultrasound.
I don't need to see any of it.
You don't want to see?
No. I don't want to know what's inside me.
I want to see my entire insides.
You're the child of a doctor.
I'm obsessed. I just want to know.
I think children of surgeon are a little tougher about that stuff.
You don't just want to see your veins?
No, doll.
See your guts?
I've had enough MRIs in my life. I've seen my brain scanned.
That's exciting.
No, it isn't, because it was when I was having seizures. It was not a fun time in my life. Yes, I had seizures.
They
And
know.
now-
You've talked about it on the pod.
For those who don't know,
Jenn and Ryan go shopping at the Vault.
some
This
weird boutique.
this store gives me a panic attack.
Ed Hardy ass shit.
It's so ugly.
I'm freaked out by everything.
Ryan has a hot body, but the style of a gay porn star.
He's so gay.
He's like a gay porn
He's
star's
porn-
manager.
Or he's just porn coded. He's like, him and Jen are a little porn coded together.
They're extreme porn energy.
He's like very like swinger.
He's a skinny jeans wearing tight shirt guy.
I mean, he has a rockin' bod.
His body is great, but he insists on
tailoring everything. He gets
his skinny jeans tailored.
He gets his underwear tailored.
His cropped skinny jean
We'll get to it because
with the tailor and the crosses on the side.
When he comes bulldozing into later, I don't even. Okay, let's wait to talk.
Hang
about
on, I need to look up the Vault.
Reasonable price.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh no,
Oh,
not the zipper pocket.
Oh God. Yeah, that type of shirt that he gets is so Atlantic City, bro. Going out to like Harrods at the pool with like square-toed dress shoes.
Oh
Wow, is that
Priscilla Presley?
Katherine Heigl? What the fuck? That guy? LaToya.
I'm walking towards Melrose Place, beautiful fountain. I'll walk around here and see if Eddie is in. So I'm walking in here.
Why is he shot like traffic?
We're here in Melrose Place, Laguna Beach, where fashion begins and never ends, where all your fashion dreams come true. Obviously, somebody has made their way, a discovery, if you will, of the #1 store in Laguna Beach for men, 10 years running. Yes. Now, he's from Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, most people don't understand.
Who is this guy? Yeah, he's from Cincinnati,
I don't
Ohio.
know.
This might.
Why is there a suggested video of Rumor Willis?
It's up to Tallulah Willis.
Oh.
She's talking about how she's
A picker?
how she's autistic.
Oh, okay. Who's that? Oh my God, Usher. It's like Diddy.
Is this the
Cher!
guy, the bald guy from the previous video of the
Maybe.
Vault?
Did he get a hair transplant?
No, I think he didn't, and that's the problem. That's why he's bald now. When you go to shop the Vault women, it just takes you to a full photo carousel of various celebrities, some alive, some dead, that the owner of the Vault has posed with
These are
over
photos
the
from
years.
like 2011.
And
This
when you
is
go to the main
wild to
Vault
me.
homepage, it's like he's about 30 pounds heavier and bald. So these photos that are in the carousel are from maybe the Vault's inaugural.
Well, they're getting a real boost from OC.
I know. I'm like,
So Ryan and Jen go, and Jen with 2 N's is like, oh, I love this. I picked this shirt out. And I was like, well, don't say that out loud because that's the worst shirt I've ever seen.
it's like kind of like Jackson Pollock.
Eddie and him both picked out the same coat. So Ryan and Eddie have a beef going on.
Yeah.
Because-
Ryan also has Coke energy.
He scares me.
Ryan went on a
I'll say it.
podcast.
What is this podcast?
Who wants to talk to him? And who cares to listen to anything he has to say? If you are, I'm going to say this right now. I have no compassion, no empathy for you. If you're like, God, I really have to got to turn on this podcast and hear what Ryan has to say. Imagine being like, I'm so excited to just tune in.
Some people are, so I guess we shouldn't yuck their yum, but I was like,
I'm going to yuck it.
I was truly.
You need to get a life. If
I
you're.
was truly like, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Pray tell? Who?
He also didn't even say anything bad. He was like, I went to Eddie's gym and no one likes him there. That's not like that bad of a thing to say.
Yeah.
Are Eddie and Tamra okay?
I
don't think so,
I'm a
right?
little- Ryan freaks me out, but I gotta say I'm freaked out by Eddie.
Is he giving you annihilator energy?
No, he's giving me like, I don't know what's going on. We'll get to it, but
they're bickering. Like you see them, there's kind of a cut to them, and they're
Eddie
in a
and
place
Tamra.
of like bickering over cleaning the kitchen.
they're in a place of kitchen fighting, which is never good.
No,
Tamra and Eddie's back from Big Bear, back on sea level, and he's what? And he just hates Ryan because he's like he talked about my wife, he talked about me and my business.
yeah, I think also if you just like bring cut fitness into the mix, Eddie's gonna be really mad at you because he's like cut fitness was his one true love.
I think maybe what we're picking up on is he's
a shell of a man.
a shell of a
without
man
cut
because of
fitness.
cut.
Yeah,
I think that was his true dream, was to be like owning a gym, working out with his bodybuilder wife, and teaching
out
classes
every day, every hour of the day
Yeah.
to be working out and making money from it was Eddie's big dream.
and then the fall of cut plus his like heart thing.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
He's just like he's become a little bit of a husk, and he has shell eyes, and he's
in shell mode.
he's walking in sort of a weird.
He seems like he needs like oxygen, you know?
Maybe he shouldn't go to the high altitude anymore.
He just is looking like he's not getting enough O2.
Yeah. So he is like, I don't like that guy. You know,
He's like, Tamra's like, why don't you talk to him? And he's like, I will not be doing that.
I will not be doing that.
Jenn is kind of a peacemaker and she's like, I can see all sides.
Tamra goes, what a freaking night, man. And then Ryan says Eddie isn't a dude. So he doesn't like him because of that. He's just not a dude.
Eddie isn't a dude to Ryan.
He just says in general, Eddie's not a dude.
Interesting.
Like he's not his kind. He's basically calling him a pussy.
I would say Eddie is a dude.
Oh, I agree.
What are the levels of dude when you're a straight man? Guy?
Chad at the top.
Chad at the top.
A bro
A bro. Beneath a Chad?
beneath the Chad.
Okay.
And then the dude.
And then a dude.
What's beneath dude? Watch it, sis.
A frogacine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
Or
no, a
cuck?
dude, a pussy.
A cock? Is that a thing?
I think so.
Beta?
Hey, that's on there for sure.
Hey, beta.
But then the lowest of the low
Is
F slur. in hetero language.
I was joking. You can say faggot.
in hetero language.
I would never revoke your right to say it.
Thank you.
I just wanted
No,
to
I know.
I wanted to shake you up a
You
little.
did
Did you get a little jolt?
I said it. Ooh, scared. I did.
Then you could tell me not to say the C word ever.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
I was just kidding.
No, I know.
But you're right. I think the
I'm
lowest
kidding
of the
too.
low with straight guys is gay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Preach.
It's you're gay.
Yeah, you're gay.
Ryan is a very F slur. I bet he says F slur.
Oh, definitely.
In not a fun way.
No.
In a non-law way.
If you're Ryan and you're dressing like an F slur, you say it with abandon.
Rage. He
You
says
go to
it-
Vegas and you're like gambling all the time and the FBI is involved and you dress like that, you're literally calling people F slurs left and right.
He's a Matt Damon kind of F slur person,
Mm-hmm.
where your daughter has to write a treatise to tell you to stop.
Your daughter has to give you a PowerPoint
He goes,
and then you call her an F slur too.
yeah. Thanks, faggot. Thanks for the PowerPoint.
Shut up, faggot, you say to your daughter when she begs you not to say it.
Shut up. Ryan also goes, fuck them all. I'm always going to be me. You freak me out,
He's
mister.
on a constant 8-ball.
Yeah. And it sucks because I'm like, he's kind of hot. But also he scares me.
Something about the tightness. Like, I agree.
The shirt turned me off forever. When he put that shirt, you know those like thick, hard, like really starched hard collars with a dress shirt where it's a different color than the man shirt, and they don't
even
button
talk.
it and they don't tuck it in, and they wear
They
jeans
roll
and
it up
square toe shoes.
to reveal the like cuffs that are different colors too.
They were like
Literally a character in Modern Family wore shirts like that. And
they
he
were
was
like
gay.
duckbill shoes.
And the tight jeans
They were
or a
Stone
pointy.
Street. It's so
it was
Modern
it's
Family.
Stone Street, or they wear like a pointy Gucci loafer with a tight distressed jean.
Oh no, is this me? No, they were like their
Those are a bit
thighs.
jegging.
It's because I put them in the wash.
No, did you shrink them?
I wanted. Well, they were a little too. They were a little big because I bought them a while ago, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll put them in the wash, not get them dry clean, just to shrink them a little. But now they're fine. They're not like his.
They're slack.
His are like his thighs are.
His are a bulging thigh. The crazy
They're
thing.
emo. He's like an emo girl.
I could talk about his style for hours.
We could.
It's inspirational.
Every time Archie's on screen, I want to cry. This
Shannon,
poor baby.
I say thank God Shannon and Archie have each other. It is a service animal for her.
Yeah.
I think that she wouldn't be here anymore if Archie wasn't here.
Literally. It motivated her to get out and go.
What is this? Walking to the dog.
He needs Alateen, which I went to once.
They need to make it Alcoholics Anonymous for pets. Alapet.
Mango should go.
You have to take your pets there, but then they can like.
I took Mango to a recovery meeting once. He was like this. He was chill, but he was very frantic at the same time.
Shannon FaceTimes Adeline.
I was like, is this the Parrish one?
No, this is her New York data.
She goes, how are the men in New York? I was like, she's 19.
And she goes, what's the status of the men out there?
She goes, they're disgusting.
The men, they're disgusting. The only date I'll accept is a date to Carbone. I was like, the brain
Damn.
rot has permeated.
The TikTok brain rot of like TikTok, get ready with me on a day in a life of a fashion student in New York. I ended my day by going to Carbone with 12 of my dearest friends. We ordered 25 bottles of wine and 7 plates of
Spicy,
carbonara.
yeah.
And it was so good. And then I went home and took an Ambien and went out and walked around.
Carbone isn't even that good. I've been there.
Really?
Yeah, like a few years ago, maybe actually pre-COVID, I went there. 'Cause,
Really?
Yeah. I did just a walk-in, like sit at the bar alone, and they were like, there'll be an hour and a half to wait. But then there was it was in a place in the West Village that had lots of cute shops around. So I just like bopped and went into this beauty store that I found out recently closed during COVID,
Damn, another one.
but only exists online.
You were in a place of bopping.
I like to bop when I'm in New York.
Me too.
I'm like a little pinball going from shop to shop.
Her daughter, like a good parentified child, goes, so enough about me. How are you doing, Mom? And she goes, well, things are really hard.
Not good.
Not good.
John's suing me. It's like, what does he want? I was like, why are you telling this to her? She's 19.
Because this is what she's.
Because Archie can't talk back and Adeline can.
She knows. She's like, Archie, I will speak on your behalf.
So, yeah, the lawsuit drops. You get the butt dial. And Tamra exploits people's pain for the sake of the show, but doesn't give up the goods on herself.
No.
And I don't think that that's right. I think
No.
that if you're going to be like exploiting your fellow cast members and have loyalty to no one, you also need to bleed.
She wants her cake and eats it too.
I will say though that I do like Tamra's white flower outfit in her like one-on-one interview.
Oh, yeah.
That I think looks great on her.
By the way, I watched one episode of Selling Sunset and I was like, I can't watch this show anymore.
Why?
I just can't.
It's
I've
not
maxed
for you.
out. I think I've maxed out.
I know. I reached that level like I want to say season 3. I was like,
the outfits are too insane. I think I just Chelsea, who I do like, walks in for a potential client meeting looking literally like Trinity in Manhattan Beach.
Like, I like the outfits, but there is just something about it where I was like, who cares about any of this?
Yeah, it's fake.
Like, it's so fake that it's not even fun fake. It's just like, I don't care. If I want to watch people like fake things that are scripted, I'll just watch like scripted television.
Yeah. Katie and her husband are having all the men and their men, all the women and their men over, minus Heather and Lexi. And
Couples
Shannon.
only. Heather's not invited because she's a cunt, and Shannon's not invited because she's single.
And Lexi's not invited because it's too dramatic.
Oh yeah, I get why Lexi's not invited.
Honestly,
Couples only is rude.
The only people whose marriage I really believe in are Emily and Shane.
I know.
And maybe I guess Katie and her man, but I don't really know them like that yet.
Yeah, we don't know them well enough to like be able to say
don't
one
know
way or
you.
the other.
I don't know.
Who
I
even
don't know
are
who they
you?
I know new friends.
Terry gets his little nose surgery, and there's a nose reveal, and it looks good.
I hated that edit where he's like waking up and is blinking. They do like the blinking eyes. Like, okay, Terry, come back.
There were some weird edits, like they let someone illustrate a dog in an interstitial like musical moment.
Remember?
Like there was a dog, like it was like illustrated lines on a dog.
Like the Take On Me video.
Yeah, but it
don't
was
like that.
it only happened once, and I was like,
The aha.
who let this happen?
Remember the harrowing edit with Terry where his face is the moon?
Something's happening specifically with the editors of OC, where like they're letting like a low level intern have a creative moment every once in a while. I like Terry's face as the moon, but I thought about that recently, how I would have killed if I were Terry.
Oh, me
saw
too.
That. Gina's at home making
Meatballs.
meatballs. I'm making meatballs. Every time I say meatball, my dog thinks I'm going to eat her. And I'm like, no, meatball, I'm not going to eat you.
I'm not going to eat you, Meatball. It's not like that kind of thing. It's food, Meatball.
Gina's ex, Matt, and his new girlfriend / fiance come over and they eat meatballs out of mugs. And Gina starts crying. Gina is like, she is cool with them, which I'm like.
I love that they're cool with each other.
He's hot.
And they're in a good place. He is hot.
Gina is
He
like,
savagely abused her at one point.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that to yuck your yum. I'm just like,
No.
from
maybe-
abuser to like comeback. Like
The comeback
the
kid.
comeback kid is Matt. I think it was like on the like they got in a
Domestic, a DV.
they had a DV
oh, no.
big time, but then like worked it out on the remix.
Gina is crying, starts crying about Travis and his ex-wife and her chaos that she sows. And I was
What?
like,
Who is this dragon lady?
I was like,
I don't think her talking about it on the show is going to help the situation. But I think this also is in line with what Gina truly wants, is to be single and mingling. 2 months out.
Gina's ex and his new wife she goes, oh, by the way, I'm taking Matt's last name, so I'm going to have your last name. And Gina goes,
Do it. Do it. It's so fun. You should totally do it. I'm totally fine with it. You want a meatball? She goes, think fast. Hey, you.
The ex-wife goes, or the new wife goes, oh.
and she goes,
Katie and Matt's party is almost happening.
I do like this like kind of day party.
Yeah, their house is nice too.
It's like a supper. They're having like early dinner.
Emily and Shane show up. Then Eddie and Tamra walk in. I think Tamra's drunk on arrival.
Yeah, I think Eddie was like, I think maybe that's what he was. I think honestly, I think Eddie was a little like annoyed at Tamra because I think she got a little loose up.
This was a great edit though. I was like, drag her ass, because she's been so up in arms about like Shannon's drinking and stuff. So this was nice.
Revenge is sweet.
Jenn and Ryan show up. Ryan's coked out of his mind.
He's wearing literal chorus line. He's literally, I hope I get it, in his little he's wearing a leotard. He walks in.
He's wearing like ballet shoes.
He's wearing flats.
Warm up ballet outfit.
He's wearing he walks in wearing
Tory Burch.
literal Tory Burch ballet flats with buckles and full ballet leggings.
He's in Mary Jane's and leg warmers. He stands in a turnout.
He's wearing a North Face fleece.
He's a little mask on top, but if you scroll down, it's full like Mikhail Baryshnikov. in the ballet studio.
He sits down and he goes, hey, everyone.
They introduce him to Matt and he goes, nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you, my friend.
I was like, you are such a creep. He's talking really fast.
Something's up.
Something is amiss with him.
He walks up to Eddie and he goes, want to give me a hug? And
He goes,
Eddie
can I get a hug?
No. He walks over
He goes,
and he
come
goes,
on, can I get a,
You're
just
not
a
going to give me
little
a
hug?
hug? Oh.
I was like, you guys sucked each other off.
Yeah.
There's some weird tension. Again, male tension.
Mm-hmm.
So real.
So real.
Eddie,
And
Eddie runs
they walk away from
him.
each other. Eddie's like, I hate that guy. And then Ryan walks away and he goes, that guy's a clown. He's a real clown, baby bitch. I was like, you're gonna OD tonight.
Woo, tonight.
Ryan then
Talks to
Talks
Katie's
to-
husband.
Matt, I think his name is. Matt's like, what do you do? And Ryan's like, well, I'm in real estate development. I like to develop in real estate, flip houses and just work on them and call in construction and just real estate development and flip them.
And for a while, I was working for mortgage and private equity, and I was doing that for a while. And literally, it goes on for 30 seconds, and then Matt goes, he gulps and goes, cool.
Fraud vibes.
Yep.
Fraudster. Eddie sidles up to Tamra, who's like sucking down a martini, and he goes, pace yourselves on the drinks, please.
She literally pours herself one at one point and is literally spilling like a mall fountain.
This is after she goes up, she sidles up to Matt. Also, Tamra's doing that thing where she like does sexual innuendo at other people's husband, and I
was
just
gonna
think
say
that's
that.
like,
But I was worried if I was like, am I over?
am I a misogynist, you asked?
Yeah.
You're not. It's weird.
she-
She doesn't know Katie like that, I don't think. She's like, I'll have a tall glass of your cock.
I'll have a tall glass of your fucking cum. Put
She's
it in
like,
a milk. Put it in a
"Cum
mason
martini
jar with
straight
a
up,
little
not
umbrella.
shaken."
She goes,
Tamra's always asking people's men for cum martinis.
She goes, I'll have a straight up dirty martini. She goes, I'll have it with your fucking cum.
She goes,
your
shake it up,
semen.
and I want you to shake it in your asshole, squirt it out in the glass.
Squirt it out. I want to see it. And then I'll put a little
Extra
rub.
dirty, please.
3 olives, aka 2 olives, aka your ball juice.
she goes,
Woo! She goes, pour up, and then Matt fills her drink, and she just turns, and it just goes fully out of the
Emily
glass.
goes, oh my God, you're spilling it everywhere.
Timber goes, anyways, walks outside, and Eddie goes up to Matt, and he goes, please don't serve her any more alcohol. And it's like, drag her.
she goes,
You know, Shannon is watching this episode because they have to throw Shannon a bone at this point.
Shannon's sipping
They're
a martini
torching-
at home going,
Shannon's drunk, blacked out, and Archie, she just has the TV on, and Archie's been trained that whenever something bad happens to another woman, he like bites her hand so she wakes up. He's like, what, Archie? What? And he goes, woof, woof. And then she sees Eddie saying that shit to Tamra.
Tamra walks up to Matt and she goes,
Hey, want to spit in my mouth?
Go to the bathroom. You can spit in my mouth and choke me.
Want to spit in my ass? What? I'm just kidding. Your man's hot. Woo.
Please don't serve her any more alcohol. Matt goes, okay.
Emily cries again.
Tamra's like nodding off during dinner. And when it goes to her face, she's like this.
I was like, someone give her some Adderall.
I know. She needs a line. Ryan's like, hey, he hands her. He gives her a little key bump.
Tamra's at it's like kind of like late afternoon light pouring into her. And she's like that.
Totally. What'd you say? Hey, Matt.
She goes,
Ooh.
She goes, I saw Katie's asshole.
I saw her asshole. I fucked tongue punched her asshole with my tongue. I fucked her ass with my tongue. What do you say about that? Woo!
She takes her top off.
She goes, hey, Katie, I'm going to fuck your man and make eye contact with you. And then I'm going to eat your ass.
I I wish she had done that.
I'm gonna eat Katie's ass.
Emily is still reeling from SDHB gate.
And Tamra goes, oh, come on. You think she put the dress there to fuck with you, Emily?
Size 12 got Emily twisted up. And I get it, but like, let's move on.
Why does Alexis have a PR team?
Also, this is so rude. The editors were out for blood this episode because Emily's like, it was a size 12. And like, it's just like, don't you think that that's like mean? Like a size 12? And then there's a flashback of her at Eddie's gym. And he goes, reading off like her BMI on like a graph. And he's like, well, you're 188 pounds. And she's like, oh, fuck, that's the heaviest I've ever been. And then Tamra goes, what's the body fat count? And he goes, you're at 34, so that's considered obese. And that was the flashback.
Hell. And
Tamra,
then they're passed out. Tamara's kind of like that. They're all drunk. Emily, they're all a little blackout, I think. And Tamara's like this. She's literally Catherine O'Hara and Waiting for Guffman. She goes,
Oh, Emily, shut the fuck up. You think she actually put that dress there to make you feel bad? No. Come on, calm down. I'm going to fuck Katie. I'm going to fuck her right now.
well, Katie and I fucked.
We fucked yesterday.
She's like, slurs to everyone. She's like, say Shannon's lawsuit. And she goes, she hadn't butt dialed me.
She butt dialed me. I heard her talking.
She goes, now, Ryan, what do you think? Should she just pay or what? And he's like, yeah, just pay. I love her asking Ryan, like,
she's so shady.
Such
And then
a
we cut to
shit serve.
Shannon blowing her nose in the mirror, and she goes, I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach. And then Archie and her cuddle in bed, and that made me really love that she goes, I have no one. I have Archie.
she goes, Archie, you want a carrot?
She goes,
Come up here and lay down.
At
I was
least
like,
I have Archie.
that at least she has him. And he's into it.
He loves her.
He loves her and she loves him. They're meant to be.
When he goes,
He's a good boy. They're going to need to just replace.
O.C. is going to have to shelter in place when Shannon Bedore no longer has a pooch
No, I think that she'll have to get like,
clone.
she needs to call that Montana guy.
Yeah. I want Archie to live till he's 30.
I want that Montana guy to like clone an Archie human hybrid that can
She needs
wed
lamb.
Shannon. No, but she needs like a husband. But I think a good husband for her would be
Holding the hand.
a golden retriever with a man dick.
I want to fuck that golden retriever.
I think that Shannon could like if there was a hybrid of it,
Okay.
that'd be
I was
good.
I was imagining Shannon in a little poster holding his little paw with a little golden retriever boy. Mm-hmm. What if Tamra just goes like this?
Ryan, how much money do you think
John has.
I'd fuck John?
She said,
I want to watch
"Fuck him."
Eddie fuck John.
I told him that. He said
He said,
no.
you can have a pass. You can fuck whoever you want. I want to fuck Eddie.
Tamra goes, can we talk about the elephant in the room? And then Emily goes, are you talking about Ryan and Eddie? And she's like, yes.
Ryan and Jen deny that Ryan said anything bad about Eddie's gym.
So then we go on to hear that the reason that Ryan went rogue on a podcast that I cannot even
like
imagine
HR.
why, like more than 2 people listening to. But Ryan says that Eddie.
Love and light to our sisters in potting.
But come on, you're telling me? I mean,
Who was lining up to
wants to talk to him? For like 45
Some people
minutes.
might want to know.
They do be wanting to know.
People
but
want to know everything.
So Eddie was at a barbecue at Ryan's house, and apparently one of Ryan's friends went up to Eddie and said, watch out for Ryan. He likes to go after married women, insinuating that Ryan was going to try and fuck Tamra. And then Eddie said, I'm the only man that fucks my wife around here. And then
The male urge to say, I only fuck my wife.
yeah. So then I guess Eddie told people that, that happen. And then Ryan got pissed and went on a podcast.
But Ryan got really weird because he posted a story with a link to Tamra's
really
son Ryan, her like fail son of a dick
her
pic.
militia, like
Yeah, but he posted basically a picture, a link to his dick pic from when he was 18 and sent it to a woman who sold it to tabloids, which is so
it's like revenge
porn. And he was like comparing his dick to Ryan's. I'm like, you're gay.
Did he tweeted his own dick pic?
No, I don't know, but he was basically saying like, no comparison here. I'm like, you're weird.
You're gross.
And you're gay.
Yeah, that's gay behavior.
Yeah.
So then they're rehashing the barbecue thing. And Ryan's like, why didn't you tell me that someone said that? Like, you're just not going to tell me. And Eddie goes, you are not a threat to me. I guarantee you will never have my wife.
That is crazy. That actually makes Ryan seem more normal. Eddie, you will never, I guarantee you will never have my wife. That means he's worried.
Weird.
He's worried.
He is worried.
He goes,
because Tamra flirts with everyone.
He goes, you are neutralized. You will never have my wife. My married wife is
I guarantee you will never have my wife.
Guarantee you will never. It's very like, it's a little incel-y. I reserve the right to my wife. Okay, Jordan Peterson, you will never go near my wife.
This is very like early 1950s, 60s, pre-revolution. You'll never have my wife.
I guarantee you will never have my wife.
You are not a threat to me.
Tamra goes, oh, lighten up. I'm not going to fuck Ryan. I'll fuck
I
Jen.
can take 2 dicks at once. It's no big deal. She's starting. Brian did not say anything bad.
Okay, yeah, but the revenge porn thing is fucked up.
Well, that is fucked up, but I'm talking about what he said on the podcast.
Eddie maybe like thinks Ryan looks a little too good in those tight pants.
I know. They have gay tension.
Eddie goes, I guarantee you I look better in those leggings than you, and I have ballet flats at home that fit me, and I will wear them, and we will have a walk off.
They bought the same coat.
I know. They're like, I think it's like there's so much tension between them.
They should just fuck it out.
Yeah.
Ryan is a shapeshifter. They give him a talking head moment and he's lost like 30 pounds.
Probably because
he's stressed. Then Tamra goes, oh, you're so perfect. Hey, how's the FBI going for you?
And Jen goes, the FBI? I was like,
she gagged him with that. Eddie grabbed Tamra's face and he was like, stop. And Tamra goes, Ryan was raided by the FBI and Jen knows all about it.
That, I didn't like that.
No, this is hetero hell.
He goes, I guarantee you will not speak anymore.
And they're like, FBI, what are you talking about?
They keep cutting to Katie and Katie's husband, and he goes like, he's going.
Katie's like,
he goes, you stop it right now.
Stop it. Stop.
Oh!
Jen goes, FBI, what?
What are you talking about?
Tamra goes, I'm done. That's it. Where's my purse? Where's the car? Is
I'm driving.
Give me the keys. I'll go. And she leaves. And then Ryan is like, Eddie's soft. He's unemployed.
So are you.
Yeah. And then it's to be continued.
That is, it feels very OC.
It's incredibly OC.
I mean, it's universal that men are like this with each other, but like that feels.
So Ryan allegedly has some like gambling drama.
Yeah.
He's like always in Vegas. He doesn't work. He wears those pants.
He goes, I love my leggings at home.
His jeggings.
He loves jeggings. He loves little leggings. Mm-hmm. He loves little.
The tighter
flats.
the better. Distressed, yes, please.
He wears what are those like no-show socks?
No-show socks.
Okay. He goes. Tamra went home and she went, that was fun.
That's fun.
That's fun.
Let's role play. I'll be Jen, you be Ryan. And Eddie's like, I'm going back to Big Bear.
To go fuck.
Anyways, should we shout out our little vaulties? Countess, Jacqueline Yvette.
One of the dolls.
Teddy the Schnauzer and Tony and Mango's Cult.
Alex Delisle.
Makeup Fresh.
Obviously.
Emily Vaughn,
Gina Sapienza,
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston,
Lucy from London,
Brooke Johansson,
Lilia Farrell,
Gerd Queen of Brooklyn, FK Lil Burpee,
Brittany Date Night Weiss,
Dilly from The Beaver Picture,
Jessica Hernandez,
Malzatov Laws,
Mary,
Katie Sulin,
Mike Earhart,
Sharon Baum, Realtor,
Timothy Scheel,
Matthew Thomas,
Owsley Robinson,
Cheeseburger Bay,
Kathy West,
Kit Moore,
Hillary from Chicago,
Orlando,
Patron of the Farts,
Nick Sedaris,
Mr. Brendan,
Grace Ellinger,
Emily,
Kim Lucas,
Drew from Toronto,
Katie the Sup Lawyer,
RJ,
Modern Counseling, McLean, Virginia,
Jeffrey Pradama,
Dolls.
Love and light to you.
Goodbye.